a man who needs no introduction, producer Ninth Wonder. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on with you?
Good, thanks. So you started with your group, Lil Brother, a few years back, '05, I believe.
Right.
All right, so how do you say you've grown as an artist between then and now?
Basically becoming a CEO. It wasn't until I left Little Brother when we parted ways for me to pursue education. And from there, become a CEO and become more socially active. Outside of the music, public speaking, lecturing, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I've grown in that way. Yeah.
Did you take in school?
Well, I took history education, but and teaching North Carolina Central for 3 years. I taught a hip hop class for 3 years. Yeah. So.
Education is important, people.
Exactly.
All right, so you've worked with many of the greatest artists of our time, Jay-Z, Mary J, Erykah Badu. Who would you say is your favorite to work with thus far?
Well, it's hard. It's different experiences with different ones. I mean, I had a different experience with Jay-Z than I had with Destiny's Child and I had with Mary J. My favorite, the most groundbreaking and most mind-blowing experience for me was the Jay-Z one. That was the one that was like, okay, I'm really meant to do this.
What was it like being with him in the studio?
He's a real cool dude, man. He's not, over this and that. He likes to joke. He's a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? He's just rich. You know what I'm saying? And, likes sports and like to hang out and have a good time, but really believes in his craft. That's the one thing about Jay.
All right, so walk us through the producing process.
It starts with a feeling. It's like Premier says, it's like you try to chase a sound, and you try to chase a feeling. And if you don't get the one, you'll go through 50 records before you get the feeling of the sound that you're feeling or trying to get. And so that's how it starts for me, and it goes from there, and chop a sample up and do whatever after that.
Why did you decide to be a producer as opposed to being directly in the limelight, say by being an MC, for example?
I want to be able to walk in the grocery store and not being bothered. Not really. I like the fact that, a lot of people can listen to my music and know that it's me, and it's not the same. When you're not in the limelight, people have a different level of respect for you. They don't rush you. They don't jump on your back like you're the Beatles or something like that. And so that's why I decided to just do production, kind of the behind-the-scenes person, but still has a lot of control or whatever. Yeah.
All right, cool. So which Canadian artists are you looking forward to working with?
I've done a couple joints with Colin Monroe, which I've done a lot of work with Canadian artists. Eternia, Melanie Fiona. Dang. I'm the Toronto connection, man. Myself and Carnell and Fisher have not worked together yet, but I've been listening to them for years, Socrates for years. It's a great talent here, and I love the fact that the government supports the positive talent that goes on here. It's crazy.
So what can we look forward to from Ninth Wonder in the near future?
More teaching, more lecturing at colleges. That's the one thing I do love. More trying to bridge the gap between the young and the old, and more beats and more albums. That's my thing.
Take us back a bit. How did you get into producing in the first place?
I've always had a love for music. I was in the band in high school and middle school. I played the clarinet, don't laugh, as well as other instruments, and I moved over to the drums. And just growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, that was the blessing for me. And just taking it from there, and I decided to say, well, let's try this beat thing. A lot of people say, why are you majoring in history? Why don't you major in music? And, I just decided to do it, and it worked out. I guess it's something I was always meant to do.
Speaking of your community work, what are your thoughts on violence in our community in particular?
I think violence is something that's, I think a lot of times a lot of governments fight the wrong battle, and I think amongst my passion as far as violence is concerned, every life is precious, but my passion is young black boys. That's my thing. Like, it's, I want to be not necessarily a role model, but kind of an example. We're not perfect as humans, but at the same time, this negativity and bad energy is not a place for anything. And this senseless violence is that's what it is. They like to blame a lot on hip hop, but it's not really our fault. Violence has been here, So I wish it would stop. Whatever I can do to help it stop, I'll do it.
Have you been affected personally?
No. I've had some friends that I went to high school with has been killed. Senseless violence, but I've been fortunate enough not to be affected by it and being in my circle. I try to keep my family and my loved ones away from that as far as possible.
How do you think music has helped you do that?
The one thing music does, especially the music that we listen to, it expands your horizon. It's more out there. You don't depend on what's on the radio all the time. And you get to expand and know that the world is a very big place. then all the world is not violent, you know. And you can, in different parts of music, can take you different places, you know. Even if you live in Toronto, I live in North Carolina, I go somewhere new every day, and through music, right?
Oh, cool. All right. So why did you want to be a part of the Manifesto Festival?
My friends are in it, you know. Quali and High Tech, Colin Monroe. I just really, like I say again, I really love the fact that the Canadian government and the mayor of the city is like behind positive and progressive hip hop, man. He understands this, a vessel in this. He understands the younger generation is the key to the future, and that's what it is. So I wanted to definitely be a part of something like that. So I'll be introducing Quali and High Tech tonight. I'm trying to get my speech together, so I'm,
You nervous?
it's in my, my thing together or whatever. So we'll see what happens.
What's it like working with Quali?
Love it, man. Quali is one of my brothers in this. Very positive dude, you know. Believes in doing the right thing through music, and believes that you use this music as a vessel to educate, and you know, through song. And High Tech is a wonder, man. And High Tech is, they call me Ninth Wonder, but High Tech is a wonder, man. I love that dude to death, and he's influenced me over the years, and you know, much success for him for the future. New Reflection Eternal album, yay! So no doubt.
All right, that's great. So any final thoughts?
Come to the Manifesto, man. Don't wait till 10 years till it blows out of proportion and you can't get a ticket or something like that and stop being free. Come to Manifesto now. Come to Toronto now. Come to T-Dot now. The Raptors not doing too good, but hey, that's what it is. Come to T-Dot, man, and Manifesto. That's what it is.
All right, so thank you so much for speaking with us. It's greatly appreciated.
Thank you very much. Yo, check it out, man. Grammy Award-winning producer, DJ, and lecturer, Ninth Wonder, man. We're here live in Toronto, T-Dot, Ontario for the Manifesto Festival. And right now you're watching Soul 360 TV. Y'all can use that. Soul 360 TV. Peace.